What is up, Libra? There's something about this connection that has had an unexpected flair or twist to it. Opposites attract. It feels like this person that is on your heart and on your mind is somebody that you grew some feelings for, and in some way you probably weren't expecting for this to happen. Bonding was the second card that popped out here. And it says, as you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. So I just want to pause for a moment. This is your June 2025 True Feelings in Love reading, right? But there are different relationship dynamics that I'm going to be speaking to. Let me just put it out here before you go further. I don't want to waste your time. This is a connection where there are some challenges in it, but there's potential for this to be worked out for sure. There is another couple here that is very new. It's a new connection within the past maybe 3 months, 3 to 6 months. And then I do get a vibe that this is another connection where it's a little bit more long term. And you probably have been knowing each other for some time, may had been friends in the past, and then tried to come together and date and see what's going on there. So that's kind of the tone, and I'll be sharing and describing those two energies as I go along. Beneath the deck, material attachment, and then it says too much focus on visible trappings. So I have a placement out here for the dynamic between the two of you. You know, in relationships, it's the person, the other person, and then the energy that they create when they come together, right? So it's really like three aspects of a connection. So with these cards out here, it feels like this vibe, the connection right now is a little bit challenged because there is focus on things that puts you and this other person on different pages, okay? And I'm going to describe what I have here for you in terms of what's really happening in your heart, Libra, as well as the person that you're dealing with. But I will say that the person that is on your heart, on your mind, has true feelings for you. It also feels like they have these ways of knowing how to pretend like that's not true. But these cards show that they believe that this connection can work, and I'll get over into them in a bit. So there's fast movement, like kind of like an excitement in this connection. And it might be that it is because this has felt unexpected. And so because no one was expecting to, grow in love or have the kind of physical connections that you have, it's just kind of like sweeping you all off of your feet in a very interesting way. This also has to do with some type of communication as well, some fast moving conversations or communication. For those of you where it's just a few of you, Libra, in this reading that I'm sensing this for those of you where you're not talking as much, or there has been a swift change in the dynamic and you're not communicating, this Eight of Wands here suggests to me that it kind of came out of nowhere. This spiral, this change that kind of put you all in these weird, interesting, unique energies that has caused you all to go almost in separate, different directions. So then the Emperor's out here, the Fool is out here, and the Ace of Cups is out here. So I'll start with this. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of potential for love, true feelings. It's innocent, it's creative, it's fun. Now, there's someone here, though, that has had a struggle with kind of being a little bit too rigid, hard boundaries, maybe afraid to let go and just kind of let exciting times happen, allow the flow of love to happen. And Libra, I love you, my love cup, but I think it's you. And I'll tell you why in a moment. I'll get to your cards. But this other person, it feels like they're kind of more of the Fool energy, where it's like they're willing to let go of, any expectations. They're just willing to try something new and be in flow, right? Be in this cup energy. And I feel like you, Libra, it kind of feels like you're a little bit more holding on, kind of hot and cold. And it feels like at the base of this, and switch around the energies, because Libra, I could be channeling what your partner is working through you, but I do feel like this is you. who's kind of a little bit more closed off, a little bit more guarded. And it feels like at the root of it, it has something to do with the fear of being hurt. You don't want to be hurt. And so that's kind of the vibe. Beneath the deck for what this energy is between you and this person, there is the Magician. So a couple of things is that someone, and it could be you or this other person, is not really comfortable revealing the truth of what's going on behind the scenes in heart. And Libra, I think that is you, where you kind of are guarded, and so you don't mind showing up in this connection and being loving and kind and sweet and all of those things. But it does feel like there's this element of mystery with you in this connection for sure. But the other person feels like they're a little bit more willing to just jump into it, be in it. And if there is a holdup, Libra, it's something that you're working through right now, okay? So then I go on over to you to see what cards are popping out. And I started with the Hidden Truth Oracle. And the first card, I wish I had treated you better, okay? Oh, sorry for the shaking camera. I wish I had treated you better. I am becoming a better person. I left you before you could leave me, okay? So some of you, you're separated, but some of you, you're not. This is just kind of what's going on in the background. Some of you have left the relationship by kind of pulling back. You might still see this person every weekend, every day. You still might be dating, hanging out. But sometimes we can leave a connection by just pulling back and emotionally retreating from a connection. Again, with you, I'm feeling this kind of guarded energy because here we are with the Four of Pentacles, okay? And so the Four of Pentacles in a love reading for me, it represents sometimes a little bit of insecurity about something, holding on too tightly, and then seeing the Fool show up in the relationship dynamic energy, and then the Pentacles over on your end. It kind of feels like Spirit also wants you to know that if this is someone that you really like, Libra, it's okay to try something new, to open up a bit. This person is not, I don't see any vibes that this person has any intention to hurt or harm. I want to let you know that. And maybe you needed to hear that. You trust your intuition. Please trust your intuition. But I also have the Eight of Cups, and you have some mirroring here, and I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. You have the Eight of Cups out here, and it popped out in reverse. And so this tells me that you want to kind of retreat and not be there, but you do. It's like this back and forth kind of, I like this person, but I don't want to get hurt. That's what this feels like. Three of Cups out here, Libra, as well as the Knight of Wands. This feels like there's something exciting and it's passionate and you like that feeling. There also is this vibe of this is too good to be true. Beneath your deck is Justice card, okay? So Libra, that is you. Right now, you're trying to decide if this is going to be good for you, but I need to let you know, my dear Libra, that in some way, I think you are possibly creating confusion for the person that you were dealing with or that you are dealing with. And what I don't see out here in the connection or on your end I don't see any swords. And sometimes the swords can be a really good sign that communication is happening. And Libra, I'm going to tell you, you are a stellar communicator. Okay, you're really good with mind. You like truth. You like for things to make sense. You're very quick-witted. Your mind is phenomenal. And you are not possibly communicating what it is that you want or what it is that you need so that you can feel safe enough to let go of the pentacles and open up. Now, there's another vibe out here too. I don't think this is for the same person that I was just speaking to. There is a vibe related to the material attachment, if you remember back right here. And it says too much focus on visible trappings. So Libra, there is also a vibe that it could be the other person or it could be you, where there's a caution to not be distracted by what by what you are interpreting based off of what you think that you see, especially with the Magician being here. You know, the Magician can create illusion. It can be a great manifesting card, but magicians create illusion. And so there's another vibe here where whether you are the person where you're like, I need for them to have more and I'm turned off because they don't have everything that I need, or if you're the person where you're like, okay, I'm attracted to them because they have everything, right? And that's what's drawing me to them, right? With the Four of Pentacles here. I want to let you know, again, the swords are not out here. Have some conversation, have some communication, because I also have these cards that suggest fast, quick movement, okay? And when we move fast because maybe we are looking at something but we don't know all the details, we sometimes can find ourselves put smack dab in the middle of a relationship situation that we do not want to be in, or that we are not clear about. I'm not saying that that's what's happening, Libra, but again, I'm not seeing communication cards out here. I'm seeing suspicion cards and, you know, guarded cards, but the things that help a relationship and connection work. And this is not just on you. I'm not seeing it anywhere on the table. Okay, so I just want to let you know that. I noticed another card too. Beneath my material attachment card, I didn't notice this before. It says dreams come true, okay? Have faith, your rainbow will come smiling through. So this is for you or possibly cross watcher, you know, because there's a vibe that there's someone here that is still into you, Libra. They still want to connect with you. They want to be around you. They want to see what's going on. They really want to give this a fair try, and they believe that you are the person that brings them the sense of future, the sense of comfort and satisfaction. So I guess I'll go ahead and go on over to that. Talking about it. That's the trailer. Okay. So for your person, the cards that popped out, the first one is we will be together again. Now, for some of you, you have not been as much in contact, or your relationship energy is kind of withering in a way and they feel it, but this person has faith, right, that it's going to work out. And that's a beautiful sign for a strong connection. Another energy here is we need to let each other go. Just being around you is intoxicating. I look for you everywhere. And then beneath the deck, I am not available. Okay, so do you remember earlier when I first came on here running my mouth and then I said there's a couple of different connections here. So some of this is related to a connection that is already kind of separated, gone in separate directions, separate ways. And then I'm also talking to a connection where you are trying to figure out if you're going to go to the next step, and you're trying to see if it could happen. Okay, so that's the energy that I'm picking up with this other person that you're dealing with. Beneath their deck is the Eight of Cups. So for the couples where you are kind of in a weird place where you're feeling like you might disconnect, this person, I really believe, is kind of looking away or walking another direction because I think they're feeling a little bit confused about what it is that you really want, Libra. Do that you really like them? You know, are you kind of being guarded because you've been through something? Again, the communication is not there. And if you find that you have been communicating, because I know some people are like, I am. Shaan, you don't understand. I said this. I get it. But when I say the communication is not there, it's not connecting. There's something missing in the communication, okay? Also, for the person that you're dealing with that's on your heart and your mind, I have the Hierophant. I have the cup that suggests that they like you. They want to be with you. So this is structured connection. This is marriage kind of energy here. So this person is wanting this. Now, Libra, I feel like they want it with you because something about this kind of weird energy, whether you are fully connected or you're withdrawing your energy away from this person, they're thinking about that. That's on their mind with the Nine of Swords here. And I confirm this energy. I wanted to know more about the Nine of Swords, and it's related to love, right? The Seven of Cups is, you know, I want this person. Have I not been seeing things clearly because I'm so in love? What could I do to get this person back? Did I do something wrong? Just kind of overthinking. This is the only sword card on this table, okay? Again, I know I'm a broken record right now, but the communication is not exactly where it could be, and that could be something that could restore this. So maybe this reading will help you with that, Libra, because they want a marriage. They want the kind of traditional stuff with the Hierophant being here. If you look at this cup card, you have the two people, you have all the cups, it's a beautiful rainbow. Look at the beautiful babies dancing and kicking it. They want something that is structured, that is meaningful, and they're up at night thinking about what they could do to make that happen, okay? So there is potential here, Libra, but I'm always on your side, okay? I'm reading for you, I'm rocking with you. If you're looking at this like, no, you don't understand, I'm good, they're not giving enough, you know, I trust you. I trust your judgment. I trust your sound judgment, okay? All right, I'm going to finally finish this with some archangel messages, because relationships can be kind of challenging. And for anyone who wants to stay on, I'm just going to see what Spirit wants you to know, any messages that can pop out to give you a sense of clarity, peace, hope while you're working through this. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. For lovely Libra, please, what do you want them to know? Okay, anything else? Okay, we'll go ahead and kick it with that. We have two out here. It says, go forward fearlessly. I can't make this up. All right. It says the prayer. That's why I love these cards. They have a prayer with them. Thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. Okay? Someone here who probably needed to hear that. Another one, take your time making decisions. Got the justice there. Take your time. Ask questions. It doesn't say that. That's just me being me. Sorry. Okay, back. Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. Remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. Libra, you got this. Breathe through it. You are amazing. One, okay? So take your time. Know that you got this. Whatever you want in your heart, you shall have. I just want to remind you of that, okay, Libra? I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, day, morning, whenever you're watching this. Take care. Bye.